Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, we continued our way down to the abyss. It's probably the best way I know how to say it. Um, we actually started off here at the Recluses River downstream. hmm from here, we just took these little side coffin cliff things and hopped down to this little area here where we fought two golden hippos. Well, hippos, they're not golden. They don't transform into spikes, so just regular hippos. We did try to experiment with one. I'm pretty sure he could be slept, but I mean the param files say he's not explicitly immune, but he does have a ton of sleep resist. So I wonder if he can actually be slept. A little part of me says he can't be slept because there's something I'm not seeing, but anyway. So I tried, I failed, which I guess is to be expected, but it's worth a try, I think, anyway. So we took care of those two hippos. They each dropped a shadow tree fragment. So I think at that point we had enough to upgrade our blessing level. I think we're on, 16? Yep, blessing 16. Yep. And then after taking care of those two hippos, went back to the Grace, and then continued on the cliffside. Oops. We continued down through the cliffside here, where we made our way into the Village of Flies. Yep. At the entrance, there was a curse blade, but because of our elevation, there was no way for him to attack us, so we just kind of stood up there and chucked fire serpents at him. So, best way to deal with them is to not deal with them. So after we took care of him, went down, cleared out the village of a ton of man-flies. There was like some shadow people that would, buff the flies with something. I think it's like an HP regen or something, but cleared out the village, found a revered spirit ash, and the man-fly spirit summons, which I won't be using, and I think that revered spirit ash was enough to upgrade our spirit ash blessing. Yeah, revered spirit ash blessing, yeah, the level 8. We're almost there at the top. Then after clearing out the village, we continued our way down the cliffside, clearing out some more man-flies, until we got to this lower area here, where there was just a couple of shadow militia people just kind of like sitting in ambush. And they're the only ones up there, so pretty sad. I would expect there to be at least, maybe like a shadow rune or something, but nope, just shadow militia people. And then after clearing them out, we made our way down here into the Darklight Catacombs. Yep. And that was it. That's all we did. Kind of short, kind of sweet, because I want to have the Catacombs here be its own little episode, because it's actually, if you just beeline it to the end, it's actually not that long. But there are, some side nooks and crannies to get into to get some good stuff. There's at least one talisman in here. There's an armor set in here that we want, and I'm trying to think of what else is in here. What's the giant imp? You'll see. I know he drops a bit. The giant imp will drop a what's it called? A great glove ward of sorts. So there's a few things in here, and I also wanted the catacombs to be its own video because I wasn't quite sure how long it'll take. I don't expect it to be too long, but we'll see. And between episodes, I didn't really do anything. I think all I really did was maybe get some crafting materials, and I think that was it, really. Yeah. Because I had to get some more rune fragments to make some more glowstones and rainbow stones, because we're going to be needing the glowstones for sure, is what I'm going to be using here. I think that was it. Oh no, I went to Enya and traded in some of our remembrances. I traded Moog's Remembrance for the Blood Boon. I don't think I'll need it. I was thinking of using this for the boss fight at the end of the catacombs, but I don't think I'll need it though. So I traded Mo's Remembrance for the Blood Boon. I traded Horlu's Remembrance for the Earth Shaker, which I have equipped right now. And I think that was it. So I'm trying to think again. Yeah, and I think I did some item inventory management stuff, but that was it. Yep. And today, again, we're going to be doing the Darklight Catacombs. Yep, try to get as much of it, go through all the nooks and crannies as we can. Because again, if you just run through it, it's not very long. But if you go through all the nooks and crannies, it could take a little bit. So, yeah. There's imps in here. There's the undead sorcerers who are the real challenge in this catacombs. I mean, if they spot you and you can't get to them quick enough, they'll unleash a magic spell like a freaking minigun. It's just, you'll be dead in like a second, if that. So, but hopefully we can like sneak up on them, or at least get to a position where we can quickly close the gap. But I hope nothing too serious happens. And the other main threat is going to be the giant imp near the end. So, but other than that, it should be straightforward imps. And our equipment for today. Oh yeah, we're going to be going with the Keen Dryleaf Arts with the Earth Shaker. Again, we'll be fighting imps and undead priest guys, and they're weak to strike damage. And the fists do strike, and they also attack quick enough, and I think they'll at least flinch the imps and the sorcerers when they're not attacking. So, and besides, I like the moveset. It's really cool. Who doesn't want to be a kung fu fighter? So, Dryleaf Arts, Earthshaker, Steel, Shield, sticking with our Rakshasa armor getup. The Black Knife hood and their Rakshasa armor. So, I really do like it. It looks pretty cool. Like the dark red with the the black hood. I don't know. You think a red hood would look good, but I like this blackish blue. Dragon Crest shields. I wasn't quite sure what to use here, just to have better physical defense in case we need it. Rotten Wing Sword because Dryleaf attacks quickly. The Shadowstone Talisman because parts of the Dryleaf Arts will do kick attacks, and those kick attacks will get enhanced by the Shadowstone Talisman. So we'll use that. And the Blue Dew Talisman because it's really good. Flask could have Green Burst and Hearts here. Start off with our Giant's Flame Pot, probably change it out. Boiled Crab, Glowstone's going to be our main source of light in here. And you'll see here in a moment, it's going to get really dark. So we're going to be throwing down glowstones like everywhere. Lantern and Rainbow Stones. May not use the lantern. I might have it on. Who knows? And Rainbow Stones, just in case. Here are the stats. Levels should be about the same. Spells for today would be Stone of Garank. Again, it does strike damage against imps. I think it does strike damage. It might do standard. I'm not quite sure. But I know it's a pure physical and it has good range, so we'll be using that against some of the imps. Knight's Lightning Spear, Pest Threads, Aeonia, Vow and Heal. Yep, I do have Rykar's Great Rune. I'm not quite sure if it's active, but yep. Everything looking pretty good. Yep, looks like the Great Rune is active. All right. Shall we get the show on the road? All right, time to beat some sense into some of these people. Yeah, and this is the gimmick for the catacombs, the darkness. Not quite as bad as the Tomb of the Giants in Dark Souls 1, but it's still pretty bad. Yeah, and that's why I like glowstones. Light up a good area, keeps your hands free, and they do last a little bit. I think they last like at least a minute. So we can throw these down wherever we want. And we already have an imp in the corner. Bam. Glovewort, don't mind. Folkerbloom. You know, there's no lightning down here. All right. Okay, part of me doesn't want to go this way yet. No, in fact, we actually want to go this way. No, nope. Nope, we do want to go this way. Sorry. We'll backtrack, but we might go here first. Bow, bow. Oh, I love dryly farts. Peekaboo. There might be one underneath here. Oh no, okay. So this is the lever. Yep, this lever lights up some of these lights. So you can, there is a ledge there, as you can see, and you can actually drop down from up there to there and skip this whole little section. But I like coming down here just to turn the lights on. And then from there you drop down there into that little area, but we'll continue on this way and use this ledge to get in there. So. Wait, can we turn the lights off again? Oh, we can turn them off. Okay. Didn't realize it was an on-off switch. I thought it was just an on switch. Okay. So we'll keep them on. Oh. Oh, Mr. Big Mouth Imp. Alright, so now instead of going down this way, we actually want to go this way. Drop here and then just drop onto this ledge. And in here. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Where'd it go? Oh. No, come on. Uh-oh, I think we're stuck. Okay, I think we're dead. Yeah, I think we're dead. Because we can't fast travel because of the stupid thing. Okay. Just kill us. Wait. Wait. Will this put us before the chest? Maybe, hopefully. Or will we glitch through the ground? Ooh, okay. I forgot it. We could just quit out, but... Alright. Inside, we have the Viridian Amber Medallion +3. I think it's the biggest boost to stamina. I think it's like a... I want to say it's like a... Hold on. I could probably do the quick math. 130 to 52, so that's 22. 10 is 13. Yada yada yada. Yeah, it's a lot. It's at least 15. It's probably like 17, give or take. Alright, so we're going to drop down. This actually puts us behind. Mr. Sorcerer. Yep. And if we follow this path, it'll take us back up there. It'll take us back up there. So this is actually a good way to get past this sorcerer if you have trouble with him. Alright. So I'm just going to backtrack just to kind of show you. No, sir. There's another imp. Ah, you didn't do what I thought you were gonna do. And this should lead us back up top. There should be another imp up here. Oh, staircase. And here we go. This is where that big mouth imp guy is. Yep. Let's just kind of show you the way forward. Alright. Take the shortcut down. And this, just go down, all the way down. All the way. I always check, but in the next section. All right, I would not go in there because there's a sorcerer guy right to the top. Yeah, right there. There is a way to kind of get up behind him, so before we go in there, we're gonna go that way. I think it's right here. Yep, it's right here. All right. So we're actually gonna jump off. There should be a ladder right here. Yep. And it should take us to where the sorcerer, the platform where the sorcerer is at. That way we can take care of him nice and quickly. There we go. There's also an item up here, so I'm gonna grab this. Free money is free, and I believe there's an imp in here. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you. Alright. Now that's how we like to deal with those little sorcerer guys. There actually is another one, like right in underneath this little area. Hi-ya! Ah, I love this. I love the dry leaves. Oh. There's a ladder here. And this random guy right here. Guarding this Fulgur bloom for some reason. To climb up. Yeah, this should lead us to the switch that turns on the lights in this little section. It's this way. There should be a drop down. Don't think there's anybody else in here. And we'll turn the lights on. I think my frames just dropped there for a second. Okay. Thin beast bones. Just to kind of mark where we are. Because there is another drop down, which we will take. All right. There is an imp up here. He won't activate until you go for that item over there. There was also another sorcerer in here who has his back turned. But I'm pretty sure once you get in here, he's gonna turn around. Oh, I don't want him. I want him. Let's deal with him from range. Excuse me, sir. We have a dead Death Knight. And he has the Death Knight armor set. Oh yeah. Armor set that does increase Dragon Cult spells and incantations. Or skills and spells. I think there's nothing down there. Yeah. Yep, that's just death. Right. So yeah, the Dragon Cult, the Death Knight. Love it. We will wear it. Probably in the next episode. I think it'd be appropriate. So the only way forward is this way. This should lead us down further. Okay. So we are going to sneak. And we're going to sit here for a second. Until he likes to turn around. Yeah. If you immediately run out through this door, he's going to immediately spot you and he's going to start casting his little machine gun spell at you and you will die. So just give it a second for him to turn around. Goes Glovewort. Care of him. Yep, and that is the way forward. So we're at the... So now I'm just going to, again, I'm going to backtrack just to kind of show you the proper path. Although it is from the other side, but... Going through the little side paths definitely helps you deal with sorcerers at least. Garank. Stone of Garank is just really, really good. So many good incantations in this game. Long ladder climb. Yep. Mr. Imp. Another long ladder climb. To another imp. Yeah. And there's our rainbow stone to mark the path. So now we're back in this giant room. You cannot jump on that structure there. You will. There is a death plane like right around it, so it'll kill you before you hit the roof. So even if you do survive, you're just gonna slide off. So, yep. All right, let's go back down. Probably could have just jumped off, but this one we are gonna slide because I think it's too far. You know what? I'm going to find out if it's too far. We're going to drop a rainbow stone. Now I'm curious. I'm almost certain it's too far, but I just want to double check. Oh, it's not. So we can just drop down. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Yep, and that's where the sorcerer pops out, so yeah, very dangerous. And I'm also pretty sure there's no illusory walls in this little catacombs. So don't worry about that. Down, down, down. This should be the last section of the catacombs. I hope. Nope. Alright. Stake of America. And there he is, everybody. Mr. Big Mouth himself. Alright. I recommend lowering the platform first before you kill him, because he can drop the great Gloveworts, and I remember doing that my first time. I killed him before I lowered I killed him. He dropped his item. I lowered the platform, and the item was still stuck in the air. I was sad because it was a gold item. I didn't know what it was. I was like, no. But now I know. Lower the platform before you kill him. Alright. So we're just going to run to the base of his little platform, kill the 2 imps, and then run towards the lever that lowers them. Alright. Let's do this. Just keep moving. Oh, you're gonna do that? Alright. His lever is down there, so we're just gonna have to just run. Serpentine and run, serpentine and run. Should be no other enemies along the way. You're just free to come down here, hit the lever. Turns the lights on and lowers his platform. Now we're gonna go up and beat him. Hi-ya. Thank you. And he dropped for us the Great Ghost Glovewort. I'm pretty sure he doesn't respawn. So once you kill him, he should not show up again. At least I don't think so. To be honest, there was a time where I did kill him. He didn't drop anything. I died. I came back, and he was here again. So I can't say for certain that he doesn't respawn, because he did respawn once for me, so I'm guessing he doesn't respawn if he drops a thing. I don't know. But I'm going to assume that he doesn't respawn. Just because he drops the Great Gloveworts, and those the top tier upgrade materials are non-refundable or non-farmable. It's usually in Dark Souls 1, you could farm for the Titanite slabs, but it was an extremely low drop rate from one of the tougher enemies in the game. But ever since then, I'm pretty sure you couldn't, or you can't, what's the word? Farm for the top tier upgrade materials. All right. Take care of him. Thank you. Ghost Glovewort 8. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Yeah, for the big guy, he was pretty squishy. He had about the same amount of health as the other imps, which is kind of surprising. So we're just going to drop down. Don't think there are any drop down points in this little level. There should not be any enemies in here. We have Big Mouth Imp Ashes. Your very own Big Mouth Imp. If you treat him more like a support Ash, he's pretty good. He'll just sit there and blast or shoot at the enemies. So as long as you're active and you're keeping enemy aggro, he should be helpful. Backstab. And here we just, the stairs on the other side of the big mouth. So, Okay. Regular close glove wart. Alright. I'll take it. And this should lead down to the boss. Summoning pool. Stake of America. Yep, here we are. Boss time. Yep. Alright, so we're actually going to be using our Fire Knight Greatsword. We're actually going to slap on our Golden Braid. Yes, this should be Elder Inquisitor Jori. Pretty straightforward. I mean, Jori himself isn't that hard. The thing about this fight is his summons. He likes to summon. Where's the... we can parry him if we want. You can backstab him. There is a way to backstab him infinitely, like a backstab loop. But the timing on it's pretty tricky, or it's kind of tight. It is possible. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm going to try, but I don't think it's going to work. So, as I was saying, Jori himself isn't too bad. The thing about this fight that makes it hard are the summons that he adds, or that summons that he'll summon. Yeah, that's... I know, English is not working. But the thing about the fight is that as his health decreases, he'll begin to summon other Inquisitors, like Inquisitor spirits. So the less health he has, the more of them he summons. It's kind of like 3 different waves, I want to say. When you get his health down to about, I think, a quarter, he'll summon 2 regular Inquisitors. They'll stick around until they attack. So if they attack and miss, they'll disappear. You can get rid of them by hitting them once. I think anything will get rid of them. So if you're quick enough, you can hit them and they'll disappear. Or you just let them swing and miss, and they'll also disappear then. The second wave is a lot more. I think he summons like 4 regular Inquisitors and a big fat one. And then he'll occasionally summon 2 during certain attacks. Again, those will disappear after they do their little attack or with 1 hit. And the last phase of summons is probably the worst. He'll just summon the 4 Inquisitors and the big guy. And then after they're done, he'll summon another big guy who likes the belly flop. And he is the one that does not follow the rules. He does not disappear on the first attack. No, sir. He'll actually try and do another follow-up attack or 2. So the best way to deal with him is to let him do his belly flop and then hit him. And again, 1 hit will get him to disappear. At least with the Fire Knight Greatsword. I'm not sure about the smaller weapons, but... let me use that. Okay. Let's do something. But other than that, not too bad. So his attacks are easily dodgeable if you sprint or run to the side. He can be parried, like I said, he can be backstabbed. I am going to try and backstab him. Let's do Ornus. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. But also, Jori does not flinch. He will not flinch. He has the no stagger parameter attached to him, so no amount of attacking will stagger him. Giant Hunt won't flip him up. A Colossal Sword won't flinch him or anything. So just keep that in mind. Thinking if you go to swing, thinking he's going to flinch, he ain't. He can be bled, he can be rotted, he can be poisoned, he can be frostbit. He is really susceptible to sleep. Actually, he's probably a good idea. I think what else? Yeah. hmm Immune to madness, immune to death blight. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully it should take one try, but again, the problem is going to be his summons as he get his health down. So, all right. So again, strategy is just get in his face, try to stance break him, back off when he summons, let the summons die out, and then just deal with him. We are going to take a bunch of chip damage just from the stray bullets here and there. So this fight may not be very pretty. I'll try to parry if I can. You can Car and retaliate a lot of his projectiles. His big golden arc, you can just snap out of existence with the retaliation. It's actually a decent idea if you don't want to hop over it. But all right. Now enough rambling on. So we'll drink. We'll bow. We'll crab. And then we'll get in. Oh, you like this one? Okay, just run. Opens himself up to a backstab. Yeah. That attack can be parried. Ow. I want to see if I can get a parry on him. Drink. Alright, here's the big summon wave. The arcs the little guys summon, they like to track very well. Yep, they attacked and then they disappeared. Ow. It's all the way over there. Use the pillars to block those. Ow. Oh, you... That stupid fat guy didn't go away after a hit. Why? Oh well. Yeah, you see, summons are going to be the main problem for this fight. We were doing pretty well until that fat guy didn't disappear like I thought he would. Oh well. But, yeah. C'est la vie. Alright. Drink. Bow. Let's crab it up. What you gonna do? You can do that attack, huh? Sprint towards him. He's stationary during this one. Let's see if I can get the loop on him. Let's see. There we go. The timing's kind of tight, so you just gotta... Ow. It's easier to go the right side. I think it might be easier if you just go right. Ow. Barbed staff spear. Second time, much better. I could have done the first time if the stupid fat guy didn't die the way he was supposed to. My guess is he got a bit of a damage I'm pretty sure they have very little stance or very little. Yeah, I think they have a small amount of stance, and if you break it, they disappear. At least that's what I get from the sound effects. So I'm guessing when the guy did that one attack that I attacked afterwards, he might have gotten a stance damage reduction during it or something that prevented it from disappearing after the one hit. So, and because of that, I got distracted and I didn't. Got to keep your eye on Jori because he did his little arc barrage thing. Blah. Anyway, we came back. We kind of pulled off the backstab loop. It looks like it was easier if you go right instead of left. I don't know, but we kind of did it. Yep, and then we parried his last attack. So, so yeah. So then didn't have to deal with the summons that time. Yeah. Again, he's pretty straightforward. It's just that the summons are a real pain in the ass. But again, I think the best way to deal with summons is kind of let them do their thing, fade out, and when the big guy summons, either the first big guy he summons with the wave, he does a little tornado attack, and once he's done, he disappears. It's the second one that he summons that's the problem one. It'll start off with a belly flop, and usually at that point, the one R1 should be enough to get rid of him, but and then after that, you just focus on Jori. You'll probably summon 2 more lower Inquisitors, and you'll be able to get to him. Yeah. Then we got a spear. Yeah, the tip bristles with golden barbs, symbolic of the Inquisitor's torture, allowing one to wield the staff as a great spear. Attacks do holy damage and potency increases with faith. Well, potency increases with faith because it has pretty good faith scaling. I mean, if it wasn't a great spear, I'd probably use it. I don't care for great spears. Yeah. I mean, it does have bleed on it, so it does have something to it. And it's Ash of War, the Jori's Inquisition. It's just a barrage of golden arcs. Let me see if I can show it off. So you just tap L2, bam, bam. But if we hold it, yeah. And classic balancing, most of those attacks won't hit. I think it's like every other one that'll hit a target. So I know so although we shoot out like 20 projectiles, only like 5 of them will hit. At least any one enemy at any given time. So it's not as good as it looks. So yeah, I know, sad. All right. Let's attack this Grace. And with that, I am going to call it an episode. Yep. We got the catacombs done. It didn't take as long as I thought. Would have been shorter if we didn't have trouble with Jori's summons, but that's to be expected with Jori. I mean, Jori himself is fine. The summons are a real pain. At least the number of summons. But do the catacombs. Yeah. Start off at the entrance. Made our way down, threw down gloatstones, fought through some imps, picked up some gloveworts, fought through some undead sorcerers. Luckily, I took the back way to them. Like the little side paths in the catacombs will lead you to the platforms the sorcerers are on, or allows you to get behind them to easily dispatch them. So, yeah. It's one of those catacombs where if you find the alternate path, you get good things will happen. But finding the alternate path is the tricky part because it's so dang dark. But we just throw down some glowstones and bam, that helped out. I love glowstones. Glowstones are awesome. So some imps, sorcerers, picked up some gloveworts, picked up the Death Knight armor. Picked up the Viridian Amber Medallion +3, which I think is our final +3 Amber Medallion. Yeah, +3, +3, +3. Yep, our final one. Nice. Oh yeah, we also got the Death Knight armor, which I will use, except for the helmet, because I don't care for the helmet. It looks pretty meh. I mean, the skull face, sure, but I don't know. It's just something about the helmet part. Yep. Golden helm of the Death Knights who wore own death masks served as the visors of their armor. Oh. Golden helm of the Death Knights, whose own death mask served as the visors of their helmet. Yep. Enhances skills and incantation of the capital's ancient dragon cult. The decayed golden wheel that adorns it represents their unbroken loyalty to Godwin, he who became Prince of Death. Like these Death Knights were, I'm assuming, going to be like his elite guard, like his elite knights. Yeah, once Godwin's personal guard quested to find their transfigured master's cadaver surrogate for the coming age of the Duskborn. Yeah, golden armor of the Death Knights adorned with an antiquated depiction of the Earth Tree. Antiquated. The fact that they use antiquated depiction of the Earth Tree means that the Earth Tree is very old. Yep. So we will use at least these 3 pieces. The helmet, I don't care for, so we'll use something else. All right. So picked up the armor, the medallion, glove warts, fought through some imps, picked up the big mouth imp ashes, probably won't use. Fought a giant big mouth imp, got another ghost glove wart, great ghost glove wart. So that puts us to what, like 7? Oh, we still have 4 left. Okay, not bad, not bad. Big mouth. Yep, and then we came down here and we fought Inquisitor Jori. Yep. Should have had him the first try, but his stupid summon didn't want to do didn't want to play fair and didn't follow the rules. His rule is he disappears after getting attacked, but he didn't do that, which is pooey. And then because of that, I lost track of Jori, and he did his little golden arc barrage, and we got anyway. But we came back, and we came back with a vengeance. Yep. We did do the backstab loop a little bit. It wasn't perfect, but we did kind of pull it off. Yep. And then we finished off with a parry and riposte. I love it. I love it. Yep. Second time around, he didn't get a chance to summon, which is all the nicer. Yeah. Yep. And that was it. Kind of short and sweet. Yep. And then, all right. So last episode, I said I was going to do the Dragon Peak and then the Abyssal Woods. To be honest, I'm actually going to do the Abyssal Woods first, and then into Midra's Manse. Just because I don't want to quite break the flow, because this kind of naturally leads into the Abyssal Woods, and the sudden jerking back up to the Jagged Peak might, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. So I'm just going to continue on next episode with the Abyssal Woods. Yeah, this place, ugh. The worst part about the Abyssal Woods is that you can't use Torrent, and it is a big zone. So there's going to be a lot of running around. So I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to be speeding it up a lot. Let's try to clean ourselves up a bit. So yeah, going to be probably speeding up the next video a lot, just between combat encounters. So, I mean, it's a good zone. I like the idea they were going with was pretty solid. It's just too big. I think it was just too big. But yeah, I'll probably talk more about that once we get into the Abyssal Woods itself. But yeah, that's going to be for another episode. So next episode, Abyssal Woods, and then the Midra's Manse, and then up to the Jagged Peak. Getting close to the end. I can see it in sight. But again, that's for another episode, and I thank you all for watching. and I'll see you all next time.